Alright, you should be able to hear me. All this is cut loose from the fence row. Just got to drag it off. All the way up behind the trailer, behind the shed there. It's cut off. There may be still a few little things in there. Once we get it out, we can trim it back up. But that is the majority of it cut loose from the fence row as far as I could reach with a chainsaw. That's up to the barn. And there's your turnaround. I gotta finish cutting those stumps off at the ground. It's messing my chain up, putting it in the dirt, so I'm trying to get all the cutting done first. Those two big stumps are in the middle of the turnaround. They're cut off at the ground as close as they could get. And then we just burned around them so we could see them. I still got to burn around this one, and I'll cut it off down as low as I can get it. And those two all the way up to the barn. It still looks pretty good. Looks different out here. Oxidation pond. There ain't much left there. Got to get it cleaned up. Bring the folder out here tomorrow afternoon and work on it some more. But as you can see, I didn't leave much. Sorry. And I'll cut those stumps off at the ground. Cut those off at the ground, and then there's our other burn pile we got. This ugly tree you wanted to keep. But I don't know what else. I mean, that's everything in your turnaround is gone except the far stump there. I got all this cut out and cleared. I'm gonna bring the push mower back and go over all this, clean it all up. Pile of sweet gum logs there Roger wanted to save for firewood. Got that old stump burning there, and then I'll finish cutting these off at the ground. Most of this stuff through here is cut off. See, most of those are cut off and the chain got dull on me, but I don't want to mess it up cutting stumps off. Not until the last, at least. Get all the cutting finished. Pile of firewood. Another pile of firewood. This is behind the shed. The only thing I left was a pine tree. Everything else is cut. It may look like it's standing, but everything else is cut. I get it out of here, and this is, it's right behind the trailer. I get it out, I'll cut the stumps off. And then from the trailer going down the pasture about 60 yards of fence row, and then we had too much stuff piled in the middle, so I stopped about where Bobby's truck is back there, where Chico's climbing through the pile at the moment. But this is from across the pasture at the fence, looking back towards where your turnaround will be. All that's cut off. It's all cleaned up. I'll cut the push mower and I'll send you some more. We hanging around waiting on Roger now because, as you can see, we got a fire going. But wish I'd have thought of this earlier when I had daylight. But you can see the fence row and stuff. Everything is cut off at the fence. There's a few of them I got to go back and cut, but majority of it. And it got real thick right there. It's a lot of vines in it. I just went around it for the moment. Take my time. The horse's ass. What do you know? Lucy's cups, bottles she's been playing with all day. But yeah, I got all this right here to cut. But oh look, another horse's ass. Back of the oxidation pond. and back to where we started. Bobby's truck, gas can, Roger's broke pump sprayer. Say hi, Paige. All the way down fence row. And like I said, there's some more still in there. It's got to go, but I'll stand still for a second so you can see it real good. That needs a lot of manicuring. The little green section right there is fixing to come down. It's the only one left standing in the pasture. Another big sweet gum I cut off of the fence earlier. Everything I cut down in the back of the pasture. Which would be nice to have a house right here. There. All the way to the back fence back here. And back to the fence row where I cut. Doesn't take much to do this fence row. It's just getting these higher limbs. And that's the back of the pasture. Everything's cut to right there. Really clear back here. Some stuff right there on that stump I want to burn and get rid of, but everything else is pretty much thinned out. Love you.